Thank you for joining, Andy. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I know we've had to reschedule, but good, nice to have you joining. Thank you for joining me. So, like you know, the podcast is not going to be long, but we just want to get to know you and meet you. So first, let us meet you. Tell us who you are.
Okay, so my name is Andy Donovan. I run a web design agency based in Peterborough. We've been in business 18 years. We specialize in e-commerce, WordPress, websites, but we also do branding, SEO, marketing, and we both myself and Sandra, the fellow director, started off at EMAP, big global publishers. So there we did branding and ad design for all the advertisers in the magazines. And that's it. And then 17, 18 years ago, we kind of set up Gigawatt for ourselves. And that's it. And here we are today.
Amazing. That should be, I know I did a bit of research. That's Gigawatts, right? I know I have your website. That's as far back 2008. Amazing. 18 years in business. Pretty impressive. Yes. but I really want to know, or the audience would like to know. We all want to know. So, but was this what you had wanted to do maybe when you were growing up? Maybe how did you venture eventually into, web design and SEO and all?
Again, we were both from design background. I was from design background. I then also went into briefly, when I was younger, I was involved in reprographics, which was making like the film that makes printing plates. So more into the printing side. And then obviously when the internet came about, my facet, I've always been a bit of a coder, and I was always kind of like creating games on my VIC-20 computer, or I had a Sinclair ZX80 back in the day, probably one of the first computers ever, home computers anyway. So I was always sort of into computers, and obviously an artistic background, and then the two meshed, and here we are really. So it was always a passion for everything digital and communication, I suppose. And my design background, we still do loads of branding and logo design and stuff. So the websites are just an extension of that, really, just a digital format.
Amazing. Thank you. So I just want us to have it in plain term. When you say SEO, just for a plain term for a layman's language. So why should a small business care about SEO per se?
Well, if someone comes to us and says, like, I need a website, really, before you even start to do that, you need to do some search engine optimization. So what we tend to do, we would talk to them about their business, and then we've got tools that we can see what people are searching for per month. So the ideal situation, if they're starting from scratch, then there's some markets can be highly competitive. So the idea is to find the quick win keywords that you can concentrate on, and then once you discovered those, you build the website around those keywords. So we're kind of thinking, so I can see that a certain search term has 30 searches per month in Google.
Yes.
Okay, Google. And then you get a difficulty score for those search terms. So if you've got a low difficulty score, it means that it hasn't got much competition. If you're in like car insurance, obviously the competitive, these keywords are highly competitive. Starting from scratch, you don't stand a chance. But what we try to do is try and find the quick win keywords. And then as long as they're relevant keywords to the business, there's a chance that if you use these keywords and build the site around these keywords, there's a chance within a few months that you will start to appear in Google, because there's not much competition for these keywords.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, does that make sense?
I'll try
to keep it. So, and then obviously, once you've highlighted the quick win keywords, you have things called short tail and long tail keywords. So short tail are things like web design, obviously hugely competitive, high volume, and then the other way around. Yeah, short tail is like web design. Long tail is more like WordPress web design agency for small businesses in London. Yeah, so that will be the search term. People search for it, really specific, easier to rank for. So when you're looking at your pages, each page has to have the same search intent. So what you don't want to do is put loads of different search terms on the same page. Each page wants to have one search intent, and then you mix up long tail, short tail keywords for that page.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Andy. That was really, really clean. So now I want to know, this is 2026. A lot has changed from maybe far back 2010 or in the last decade. So what would you say are the three things that maybe every business website must have in 2026, to actually convert visitors into inquiries and become customers from your experience?
Okay, so I suppose this, the whole world is moving swiftly with the advent of AI search. And so previous, as I spoke to SEO, there are now AI search terms, GEO and AEO. GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, and AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. So these are ways of optimizing your site to be found in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, these things.
Wow.
So there are certain things you can do to your website. Obviously, as people are asking questions more, the answer engine optimization. So you've got to, on your perfect web page that you want to be found for, you include FAQs. They in turn answer the questions that people will be writing into ChatGPT.
Oh.
Yeah. So you kind of preempt the questions that people are asking, and then you deliver the answers as FAQs on your web page. So that's one cool way of doing it. Another way of doing it is add schema markup to your pages. Now this makes it easier for AI search, LLMs, large language models, to access your content. So you basically put code around each page and it says it's this kind of information, and then you're indexed far easier.
Wow.
So that's really important as well.
Wow.
I'm not sure whether that's 3 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
really,
but I mean,
making your site, ready for AI search, because that's how people are already searching.
Yeah, this is really an eye opener, because I think it's funny how myself, I really don't go as much as I would go to Google to search out something. Maybe ChatGPT or Meta, I could just go there and whatever options it pops out, maybe a website or a link, I would want to check out, So this is really amazing. Thank you so much for this. This is really an eye opener. So now I want to know, you've been part of the One Network. So I just want to ask you, how's your experience been so far? What would you say to maybe another business owner who's probably on the fence, about joining the community? What has been your experience so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't tend to do networking. I'm quite shy kind of person. As I said, I'm not really a salesman. I wouldn't say that. I mean, the business has been successful, but I kind of So I've kind of joined to get a little bit of experience, learn from others. But I've done like the early morning meetings before. Yeah. It's too early for me, I'm not an early riser really. So, but it seems I've had my chat with Emma, really, really cool conversations. And I had another chat earlier with Philip, which was really good. So I'm really enjoying it. And it's, it's a good price as well, so.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. We're wrapping up soon. I just have 2 more questions and we can call it a day. So the first one amongst the 2 is, what is that thing you would wish every business owner, they knew about their website, before maybe their competitors, should I say, steal their customers away from them? So what's that thing that every business owner should know about their website? For example, you just mentioned something very, very important, which is that we have to try to optimize our websites so that the metas or the AIs can actually recommend us, maybe through our articles or the FAQs. So what is that major thing, if you would say, every business owner, take this as a priority for your website?
I think in the past, people would design websites and they would kind of go, oh yeah, this is how I think a website should look, and this is what I'm trying to do. But they would be guessing. The data, what I would advise is make informed decisions about the pages on your website based on what people are actually searching for. You can find that information. Don't guess, because you can find that information, and then you structure your website around the search terms you want to be found for.
Oh.
Not the other way around. Not the other way around. A lot of people go, I want to I want an about us page. I want this services page. I want this page. Look what people are searching for.
Wow.
As long as those keywords are relevant, build a site around those keywords.
Wow. Wow.
And then make it look brilliant, and make it work really well, and make it look gorgeous, and use lovely imagery and all those things. But build the foundations of the site around search to start, and then add all the lovely things around it.
Awesome. Wow. This is amazing. Yeah, it is. I mean, I just try to imagine, the fact that someone wants to build a website, the first thing is, I need a website. I do this and that's it. That's like the common thing we all do. I want a website, put in, I sell shoes, I sell clothes, put it there, but this is a different tone to what you've just said. So
it's their informed decision, really. I mean, and the thing is, there's still a huge need. We use Elementor and WordPress, so it gives you a complete, I know some people who haven't got the budget might want a quick website. They might go to Wix, or they might go to Squarespace. The idea of a website even more now is you need to stand out from your competition. You don't want a website that looks like everybody else's.
Yes.
You want one that looks designed for you and your needs, that makes you look different and makes people buy your services.
Yes.
So that's why, we build bespoke websites. We don't use templates. We don't use themes. We listen to the journey. We listen to the business needs and build a website around it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Andy. Amazing. So my last question for you today. So I know, like you said, probably you're not an early money riser. Maybe that would mean you also go to bed late. But now, so here's the final. Yeah, I think so. So on a personal, so outside of work, what does Andy do to maybe relax, stay calm, to refresh? What does Andy do?
I'm in a band. I'm in a band. Yeah, so I play bass, double bass in a band, and I have done my life. And that's that we call Black Dog Murphy. And
interesting. I never had a chance to learn an instrument.
Yeah, we write our own material, and we have done for years. And it's my escape away from computers and the internet.
Wow.
So amazing. That's what I do. And I walk my dogs. I've got 2 dogs. And I brew beer occasionally. So a little home brew. They're my passions.
Wow. So you brew beer actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Was it learned, or you learned that you went to school to learn that or something?
Sorry, what did I?
Like when you say you brew beer on your own, like you have the equipment, right?
Yeah, I had it. I mean, I had loads of it. Like my complete garage was converted into fermenters and like fridges and things like that and stuff. So
amazing.
Yeah, it's okay. I won an award at a local beer festival, and then I quit on top, but I still occasionally brew around some friends' house and stuff.
Okay.
Wow, this is incredible.
Yeah, I can imagine how it looks like.
Takes over the house, yeah, and it's quite smelly.
Yeah,
my wife was saying how smelly it was,
Yes, that's another thing,
But the beer was good. It's good beer.
It's good. Thank you so much, Andy. It's been a wonderful time with you. I mean, wonderful. I really wish we could go on and on, but I know we're trying to put a bit of time and everything. But thank you so much for today. Thank you for your time, these amazing insights and everything you've shared. So I know business owners who want to rank, who want ChatGPT to give them recommendations, the chat, the AIs, you are the go-to person. And that's amazing to know. Because that's you're the tech guy to go to for all of this. So thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you again. Thanks for inviting me along. I don't often do this, like I said. So it's a new experience for me.
Thank you.